Okay, this is going to be part 3 of Dr. Michael Savage's Trickle Up Poverty. A very important book. Part 3. Yeah, you know it as the Tea Party. Granted, it's in its infancy, but it has a shape now. It's a thriving embryo. However, the powerful forces on the other side believe in abortion. They have no qualms about aborting life in the womb, and they're just as quick to abort life in the womb of politics. They want to abort the grassroots. They want to abort this grassroots American party of patriots because they recognize it. They recognize it is the honest party, unlike themselves, which is why they're trying every trick and poison known to the political process to discredit the movement. That said, Trickle Up Poverty is for those who were either taken in by John McCain or voted for him reluctantly, knowing that he was just Bush too. I voted for McCain only because he had Palin. You know, maybe if he died, Palin could become president. You know, it's better than having this communist Marxist jihadi in the White House. I knew that was going to come, but oh well. I'll continue here. Yeah, that is Trickle Up Poverty. That said, Trickle Poverty is for those who were either taken in by John McCain, or voted for him reluctantly, knowing that he was just Bush too. Yeah, I didn't want to vote for McCain. Didn't want to, but I knew he was not as bad as the communists now. Okay, and that's it for those who are stunned at the great lengths Obama has gone to wreak havoc on the country. In that respect, Trickle Up Poverty documents the rise of Barack Obama, how it happened, why it happened, and how to defeat him in the next election. These pages contain invaluable information to win the 2010 midterm election and, more important, to rescue the White House in 2012, when President Obama seeks another 4 years of disruption and desecration. Let it never be forgotten who this man is. A die-hard Marxist-Leninist committed to socialist makeover of America. This is the best treatise. This is the best treatise to date, documenting Barack Obama's Marxist-Leninist roots and all the action points to a reader. Points a reader. Yeah. Yeah. This is the best treatise to date documenting Barack Obama's Marxist-Leninist roots and all the action points a reader will need to argue with neighbors, friends, and co-workers to make certain Barack is sent back. Obama does not limit his megalomaniacal Marxist-Leninist views to America. He has set his sights on regulating the world, which is why I call him a pan-Leninist. As you'll see in this book, Obama and his radical fellow travelers view him as the world's leading regulator. Witness his grovel tours of 2009, his friendship with dictators, and his desire to align U.S. policies with other countries around the world. His dreams of becoming the leader, not of the free world, but of the regulated world. From speech to healthcare to energy, Obama envisions them all controlled by a world government which he leads. That is pan-Leninism. That is yet another reason he must be stopped. Granted, there have been a number of books written about President Obama's ties to radical socialists and outright communists. This book is different. How? In it, I show you specifically and in detail the numerous ways that Obama's policies affect you. The individual reader, your family, and the nation. Moreover, I go beyond pointing out the problems I go beyond pointing out the problems he's creating and offer a hard set of solutions. In a very real sense, if you're running the government, these practical solutions are what you would do to preserve America's borders, language, culture, economics, and yes, her future. Let me put it this way to you. Let me put it to you this way. Trickle Up Poverty is not only about the past and what went wrong, but about how to prevent it from happening again in 2010. This book is a must for every independent voter who, in turn, should pass it around among friends and family all the way up to the 2010 election cycle until every thinking person knows the truth. And for those who doubt my assertions about the destructive administration, remember this key rule of science. Quote, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Okay, now Trickle Up Poverty. A revolution is brewing. Chapter 1, a revolution is brewing. Many years ago, I was in a graduate school in Hawaii. A near-death boating experience on the high seas taught me a life lesson that directly relates to the problems we're having with President Obama. Do you know what it's like for a kid from New York City to wind up in Hawaii? I'd never been to a place as remarkable as Hawaii. It was like walking into heaven itself. When you land in heaven, you think you can do anything. Almost overnight, you have hubris. Hubris is a sense of excessive self-confidence that only children and the mad should have. But when a grown-up has hubris, it becomes very dangerous, and in my case, that was true. So I get to the islands, and it's a magical time. I never saw sunsets like this. They can break your heart. And the flowers, the plumeria blossoms, are beyond description. I used to bicycle up to the university and would see plumeria blossoms lying on the sidewalk. I'd stop the bicycle and pick up the plumeria blossoms for a closer look and, of course, to smell them. I'd never seen anything like them. Sure, we had rose petals on the fence back in the Bronx when I was a little kid. They were soft and beautiful in their own way, but this was something unique. The perfume scent of the plumeria was unlike anything on the mainland. Part 4 coming up.